Hello! Today I'm going to make a quick and semi-easy pantry meal with stuff that I had in my cupboard and in my freezer and stuff that I need to use up. I have some mixed vegetables just for, a filler basically. I have some stovetop stuffing that's been in my cupboard for quite a while. I'm going to make my chicken gravy and just add some mushrooms in it just to make it a little more fancy. I'm going to dice these up and caramelize them. I really need to use these onions. They've been in my fridge for a very long time. I'm going to shop next week so I don't have to worry about needing any. And I have some honey ham that I bought a couple weeks ago, and I just separated into a handful of packages that are good size for me because I'm the only one that eats it. I think that'll be enough for like 3 or 4 meals. I don't really like a lot of ham when I eat this kind of ham, at least. So I'm going to get chopping on these onions, and when they're about caramelized, I'll get everything else made up. Alright, well, if you don't know how to caramelize onions, it's really easy. Just slice them relatively thin so they don't take as long to cook. I don't really like the big pieces, and I just got to make sure I get the outside layer off since these have been a little past their prime. They still look fine to me, but I know I need to use them, so we're just gonna go with that. So I just take it, slice it in half, do a thin slice, and deal with skins because, that's it. I'm gonna get them all diced up, and after I'm cooking, a good caramelized onion take about half hour to 40 minutes, depending on how many you have, your heating, how thin you slice the onions, and all that jazz. Right, I got my pan. I have a little bit of oil, like a tablespoon or so. I got my onions all chopped up. I'm going to get them in the pan, break them up, and then let them go, because it's going to take a while for a good caramelized onion. Of course, they're cold, so they don't fall apart as well, because I can't go through things fast enough. I know I can't, so anything that I can store in the fridge, I will store in the fridge. Kids, of course, going in the background because she is home because it's a weekend. She's not going to eat it. I have a little bit of steak left over for her to eat tonight, and then I'll start on all of her proteins for the week tomorrow, which is, it's gonna, he wants to smell like onions with me today. Might be way too much, but good thing I like them. Once they're nice and caramelized, they're super sweet and super good, so I'll eat them happily once they're done. Labor will love sort of thing. 5-ish minutes in, they're finally starting to get translucent. I turned my heat down a little bit because I didn't want to worry about them burning. At this point, we just stir them every once in a while and keep going until they get nice and tasty. Just want to make sure you don't burn it. They start sticking to the bottom of the pan. Probably add a little more oil into it. So far, I'm good. They're releasing a tiny bit of liquid, so I don't have to worry about them sticking. And we'll just keep going, because that's just how it works. They smell a lot sweeter now. I started to cry a little bit ago because there's so many onions cooking on my stove. But it's fine now. Get that sweet smell from the translucent stuff and everything. And just keep on cooking. We are starting to get a little bit of color. At the point where I can't really walk away from it now. I have my gravy and mushrooms slowly warming up. Once this is done, I'll make my stuffing. But I don't want my stuffing to sit too long before I eat it. So I just throw the vegetables in the microwave. I don't really have enough pots for this sort of stuff, but I walked away and I almost burnt a piece of onion, so I gotta keep it moving along, but we're getting a nice little, it's starting. It's been about 15 minutes now that I've been cooking them, so I got another 15 or 20 minutes to go before they're totally caramelized. But we'll make it, and we're still caramelizing. It's a never-ending thing at the fine point now of hoping I don't burn it while it's caramelizing, because I get distracted by something, and try to remind myself not to walk away. I got my water and margarine in a pan ready to start going for my stuffing. Once this is done, I can just throw a few pieces of ham in the pan to warm them up. Because ham is only partially cooked. You can't eat it raw. I mean, not raw. You can eat it without warming it up. But you're supposed to warm it up. I don't always warm it up. I admit it. But I'm going to get it a little toasted. Once it's about time to eat for me. And we're just going to keep on cooking. Looking pretty good so far. Nothing's burnt. Yeah. I'm trying to decide how dark I want these to be, but my stuffing water and I did margarine. I should have done butter, but I had margarine I need to use up for my stuffing mix. It's done. So we're gonna get that mixed in. Good thing about stuffing is a mix and forget. I'm gonna put it over here off the heat, away from everything, put the lid on it, and let it sit till it's done. And we will. My gravy's already hot. My onions are almost done. The smaller pieces are looking like they're gonna start burning, so I may be taking it off without everything being caramelized, because apparently I didn't slice everything evenly. That's okay. It's called, I don't know what it's called. Hopefully it's still good. I just don't like when things get burnt, so I have to pull it off before it gets to that point, so some things may not be totally caramelized, but that's okay. I don't know. I got my, not quite as dark as some people like them, I know. I've seen people really go at it, but I really don't want to burn it. So I'm gonna, while my pan is still hot, I got my ham. See, I bought it a couple weeks ago. Let's see how many slices are in here. They're really thin, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I'm just gonna do a couple. And just let them cook on each side for a few seconds. Doesn't take much time at all. Few seconds on the other side, and then I get everything else warmed up and make my plate, and it's time to eat. Dinner is served. I think it looks pretty dang good for a really fast pantry meal. Well, it would have been fast if I didn't do the onions, but I think they make the plate. I like it. So I'm gonna go eat this real quick, get my kid to go play outside for a bit, then do dinner for them because we don't eat at the same time. It's a gag reflex. They see me eating, they try to, I don't like. I'm not gonna actually throw up, but the gag makes it hard to eat yourself, you know? Well, if you don't know. Yeah, I don't know how to describe it. It's just what life is. And sometimes you don't get to choose what life is. It just is. So, hope you enjoyed my little video. If you do, you can toss me a like and subscribe. If not, I will catch you next time. Later.